Everybody knows the Pacific Northwest is a mecca for beer. A ton of it is made here. But what you might not know is that a lot of the ingredients that go into the beer, well, they actually come from Canada.
Grains and hops, two biggest costs in production of brewing beer.
Matt Sandoval is the co-founder of Living House Beer in Portland and has been closely following the tariff news.
So grain is the biggest impact. I'd say 75 to 80% of the grain that we use in our beers comes from Canada.
Most U.S. grown barley is contracted for large corporations or exported to Mexico, according to the Brewers Association. So a lot of craft brewers end up relying on Canada.
Each time we do a single turn through the brew house, we're using anywhere from 1,000 to 1,500 pounds of grain.
At the beginning of the month, the Trump administration imposed a 25% tariff on all imports from Canada, including the grain needed for brewing and the metal for distributing.
Our cans that are aluminum mostly come from Canada. The steel that we put our beer into for when we put it in kegs, steel comes from Canada.
I asked Sandoval to explain what this all means for his own business calculations.
If we sell this 4-pack for about $14, we're going to make about $4 to $5 on this 4-pack when all is said and done.
And then tariffs, what does that do to this?
That's going to bring our profit margin down to, let's say, $2 to $3.
So it'll cut your profits in half.
Yeah, the only plausible solution is to raise prices.
It's a similar situation at Grains of Wrath in Camas.
Our big concerns are obviously grain and aluminum for cans.
Co-founder Brendan Greenan says he is hearing from his suppliers that price hikes are coming.
I think a lot of the grain producers specifically started kind of loading as much as they could over the border and stocking their warehouses as much as possible to get ahead of it a little bit. So we'll have a little bit of leeway there before those start getting hit.
At this point, are you thinking that there will be impact on what the customers are paying?
I think there will be at some point. What that exactly looks like, I don't know yet.
And it's that unknown that's especially hard for anyone trying to run a business.
Uncertainty is definitely not our friend.
Sandoval says they will try to absorb some of the price changes in the short term, but that it's not a sustainable solution.
Businesses can't take every expense and see their profit margin shrink and continue to operate forever.
Local brewers across the region now trapped in the middle of an international trade war.